Night of Champions is almost upon us, and in my last video, I previewed all of Night of Champions, but in this video, we're going to be specifically looking at the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring finals. We're going to be taking a look at the matchups and whether or not WWE made the right decisions or not. But before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you are a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So, looking at both the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring finals, on paper, the matches should be pretty good. The Queen of the Ring match specifically, I think, should be very, very good. The King of the Ring match, I am slightly nervous about with Jey Uso being in there. But looking at these two matches, did WWE get the finals right? Let's start off by talking about the King of the Ring tournament. Obviously, the King of the Ring finals is going to be Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Did WWE get the right decision having this match? And in my opinion, on one side, yes, on the other side, no. Obafemi being in this position 100% absolutely should have been. Given how they have treated Obafemi since he got called up to the main roster, I'm not surprised at all that he's here and he should be here. Again, this is a guy that we saw destroy Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And I said it in my preview video. WWE having Obafemi winning the King of the Ring tournament this year would be the biggest slam dunk probably that the WWE has had in a very long time. We have seen the King of the Ring tournament make major names. Obviously, the biggest one probably being Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that was when the King of the Ring tournament actually meant something. And in recent years, it hasn't really felt like it's meant much. And it really hasn't done all that good of a job at making new stars like it did Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it doesn't help when the other guy in the match is Jey Uso, a guy that fans didn't really particularly want to see in this match. And I think I can speak for a lot of WWE fans here when I say that Obafemi and Javon Evans was probably the better decision. Not a lot of people wanted to see Jey Uso in this position. And look, yes, Jey Uso is still incredibly popular in the arena, but online and the fans watching at home, they're tired of Jey Uso. And honestly, I'm starting to get there with them. And this is a guy that I desperately wanted to see make this whole main event Jey Uso thing work because the first time that we saw main event Jey Uso was at Payback 2023 and I was there. And it is something that I'll never forget, seeing the first ever yeet in the WWE. So I desperately wanted this whole thing to work for Jey Uso. It just unfortunately didn't. And WWE is still trying to make it work. And that is why I think you're seeing a lot of people starting to turn on Jey Uso, and they've been turning for quite some time now. So on one hand, you have a guy that WWE can make into an absolute megastar, even more so than he already is tracked to be, taking on a guy that not a lot of people want to see in this position and quite frankly doesn't need or deserve the King of the Ring title at this point. It just continues to feel like WWE is trying to shove Jey Uso and the rest of the bloodline down our throats, and that is when you start making people very, very mad. Let's shift over to the Queen of the Ring tournament, where we have Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Again, the match should be pretty freaking good. However, I hate this match. I don't think it should be for the Queen of the Ring finals. One, Liv Morgan shouldn't even be in this tournament to begin with. She is your women's world champion, and she was in this tournament because you had nothing else for her to do. And that just doesn't sit well with me. And this is no disrespect to Liv Morgan at all. But she should not be in this position. Not because she doesn't deserve it, not because she is already this established superstar, which she obviously is, but your women's world champion should not be in this position. She should be having her own separate title match for the title that she's carrying. And yes, obviously, I know the Stephanie Valkyrie injury played a big reason into why she is where she is right now. But You're telling me that WWE couldn't look at your women's roster and find a feud for Liv Morgan to take on into Night of Champions. And on the other side, you have Io Sky. And again, I don't have any issues with Io Sky. I love Io Sky. I love her matches. I love her character work. And she is just such a beloved member of the WWE roster and such an uber popular superstar amongst the fans, which is why I just don't think she needs to be in this position. She's already an established superstar, incredibly popular in the locker room, incredibly popular with the fans. She doesn't need this Queen of the Ring win. WWE could have used this opportunity to make a big star out of someone else that was in this tournament. And there's a couple that jump off the page to me right away. One of them being Lyra Valkyria. I still firmly believe that Lyra Valkyria can be an absolute megastar for the WWE. For whatever reason, they're just not letting her be the Lyra Valkyria that we saw back in NXT, where she was one of, if not the face of the women's division. Almost every single Lyra Valkyria match delivers, and there's a reason for that, because she is that damn good. And knowing that she is not getting that push, and knowing that she really could have used that push, really just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. When I look at the rest of the tournament, there's two other names that jump off the page, and that is Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Again, completely baffling as to why these two should not be in the finals, either going up against each other or one of the two being one half of this match. There's just no reason as to why they shouldn't be. You could have made such an interesting story between either one and Liv Morgan. And look, at the beginning of 2026, I said that Raquel Rodriguez was going to have a big 2026, and I still do believe that. And that's why I'm really irritated that WWE didn't give her the opportunity like this. Capitalizing on the amazing work that she was doing towards the tail end of 2025 and at the beginning of 2026, it feels like WWE never capitalized on her momentum. Having Raquel win something like the Queen of the Ring tournament, it could have really helped her. And I think the same can be said for Roxanne Perez. While she is in a different position from Raquel Rodriguez, she still could have used a big boost like this. And again, this is someone who was one of, if not the face of the women's division in NXT. So it just would have made a lot of sense to have someone that the WWE could make into a big star, into the future star of the women's division. Because let's be honest, the future of the men's division is pretty much set in stone. Obafemi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, those guys. The women's side, you have Sol Ruka, which she's going to be fantastic. I still think Lyra Valkyrie is going to be amazing, and I think the same with Roxanne Perez. However, outside of Sol Ruka having the women's IC title right now, they really haven't given any of them any major boosts. So did WWE make the right decision with the King of the Ring finals? In my opinion, I'm going to say yes, because Obafemi is there. If Oba wasn't in this match, then 100% the answer would be no. But Oba 100% should have been in this match. Jey Uso, on the other hand, probably should not have been in this match. Now let's look at the other side. Did WWE make the right decision with the Queen of the Ring finals? In my opinion, they did not. I really did think that WWE could have made a big superstar out of somebody in this Queen of the Ring tournament. Whether it be the names that I mentioned, like a Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez, someone like that, someone who is still relatively new on the main roster, or they give it to someone who has been there, done that, like a Raquel Rodriguez. It just doesn't make much sense having one half of the Queen of the Ring finals match already carrying a championship, and the other one, while incredibly popular, doesn't need a win like this. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comment section, do you think the WWE made the right decisions with both the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring finals? Let me know if you think they did. Let me know if you think they didn't. Let me know who you would have had in these finals matches if you don't think they made the right decision. As always, leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section, and while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page besides YouTube. I'm most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. So, of course, we will be providing updates over on X for Night of Champions this Saturday. And if that's not enough for you, we are also over on Instagram and TikTok as well. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you do enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really just help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely does mean the world. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.